Hey guys, got a question for you. How many times have you made food for someone? After they get done eating it, they say, "You've got to give me the recipe for that. That was amazing. What's the secret ingredient?" All you can say is, "I can't tell you. It's a secret." Well, what if that secret ingredient was a stone, a rock? What kind of responses do you think you would get? Well, I am going to talk about a book by Anne McGovern called Stone Soup. This book is actually a historical fiction book, and the illustrator is Winslow Piney Pells. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Anne McGovern. She enrolled at the University of Mexico, but she dropped out shortly thereafter because she wanted to marry her English professor. That marriage was short-lived, and she found herself moved back to New York City with an 18-month-old. So knowing that she needed to be able to provide for her and her child, she got a job at the publishing company that at the time published the Little Golden Books. She ended up actually publishing some of the Little Golden Books herself. Through her lifetime career, she wrote over 55 books, but the most famous book was Stone Soup. In 1970, she remarried Martin Shiner, who was famous for inventing the first cardiac monitor to be put into hospital rooms. He had 3 adult grown children, and she adopted all 3 of those. She was diagnosed with cancer and passed away in 2015 at the age of 85. Some of her last literary works were actually blogs where she blogged about her journey with cancer. Back to the book. The characters in the book are not named. They actually are just referred to as Little Old Lady and the Young Man. The setting is taken place at the Little Old Lady's home place. Some of it is outside, but most of it is inside. And the theme of the book, I actually came up with 2. I believe the first one, the most important one, is sharing and how you should share what you have with someone who's in need. The second one, which is just as important, is that you should not take advantage of someone. Now, the little old lady, she is very naive in this book, but she's also very curious. And the little boy, the young man, he is very ornery and he is very smart, very witty, very cunning. And he kind of just makes me angry. She just kind of makes me sad for her because she's so naive. And throughout the book, or at the beginning of the book, I'm sorry, he is traveling and he is talking about how hungry he is, and he comes across her house and decides in his mind that there will be food for him there. So he knocks upon the door and asks for some food, which her response is, "I have nothing for you." And he will not take that. He says, "Okay, if you have nothing to share, can I at least have a stone?" She then is curious as to what he wants with that stone, and he says he would like to make some soup. Again, with the curiosity, she has to know what he wants, and by the end of the book, there is soup made that is, quote, fit for a king. How it's made, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to read Stone Soup by Anne McGovern, illustrated by Winslow Piney Pells. I hope you enjoy this book as much as I did.